Welcome back to another episode of Live Link to the World. The show is streamed live on twitch.tv/livelink team. Check for updates on when episodes will be scheduled by following the links below. Enjoy this episode, and we hope to see you guys on the next one. Are we live? Oh, we are. Perfect. Okay.
Wow, you really hit me with a 30-second ad on the show that I'm literally on right now.
No way. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Imagine not being subbed.
I don't have money.
Same. I have $3
Bro,
in my checking
actually,
and my savings, dude.
Do you guys want to hear something crazy? I'm like really embarrassed, but like last night I got a lot to tell you guys about what happened last night, dude. It's I'll save it.
Oh, we got
time for the show.
Well,
like
actually,
no, like
it's
it's a good conversation.
Remember on the last podcast?
I'm subscribed and I just got an ad.
It is what it is, dude. I'm sorry. We need the money. It's tough right now. For the boys out here.
Who's we? Who's we?
Everyone, dude.
We get paid? I get paid for LiveLink?
Well, we're using the intro money, I believe, to buy games. So like first check, $100. Okay, is there a LiveLink group game that costs money and everyone needs to have it to play? That's our thought. Is like we're trying to fund the games. That way later on if we want to play like some newer titles that cost money or something, or some Steam games that cost money, we got that cash on deck. Let me hold up. I should probably like tell my Discord that I'm on the LiveLink channel. If you guys would like to do that, now is the time.
Well,
I'll do it right now.
Podcast time with the boys. If you are bored and want good time.
Hey, dipwads.
No, okay, wait.
Go on.
The way that we treat our
Now.
communities are vastly different. Yo, not like this, dude.
Nope.
All right, let me check out the chat up. Easy Clapton. Episode 5 Poggers. Yeah, Limp. I thought it was episode 4. And then I realized I just uploaded 3. I have to quickly edit 4, which makes this 5. So, didn't make a mistake on that one, actually, which is, I'm kind of on top of it, to be quite honest. We already equalized everyone's mics. We're ready to go. On the last podcast, Serv was kind of grilling me on saying like that scripted content is bad. I was telling him I don't want to script the podcast. I just feel like, you know how I said like the Office, they got the cold open, and it kind of gets you into the episode and you don't even have time to like be like, oh, this is boring. So I was just saying, if I hit live and then something like we're just going on about something or like a specific topic that's very short-lived, like Jamaicans tried to scam me, dude. I'll be honest. I'll be quite honest.
What did they do?
Jamaicans tried to scam me this week.
What happened?
And I'm telling the story.
What happened?
Here's the cold open for you, dude. All right. Backstory. I built a trailer with my father for a senior project at my high school. I know it's a little try-hard for a project, but it's supposed to be a big project, and it was kind of an excuse to do this because I thought it'd be cool. We build the trailer. It's not finished. We're in over our heads. There is some aspects of it that are, very difficult to pull off, and we needed some more help with it, and that would cost more money. So now that we're moving, we're trying to sell it so we don't have to take it with us. I'm trying to make as much money as
Why don't you just use it to move? It's a trailer. You can put stuff on it.
We can. The trailer is not registered. We will get in trouble.
What?
Because we haven't used it in years. Okay, we have
Register it.
Corona DMV closed, so it's GG. So
literally open.
I'm gonna sell it, dude. I'm gonna sell it.
Literally,
so I try to sell it on an app as well as Craigslist, dude. They won't just open, dude. It's actually people are like getting like written quizzes for their licenses.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Okay, so I'm trying to sell this on Craigslist and then on like an app where it's like more like local selling stuff, right? Okay, and someone wants to buy it. I'm like, Pog. Just a second. Someone's home. They're going to intrude on my story. Give me just a second. I'm going to block the door.
Do your laundry.
No! It's the bags that I'm packing. Okay, they can't even see it. Yo, Kami. Thanks for the follow, bud. Okay, continuing the story. And that's not laundry. That's my closet. That's been cleared out into a big Tupperware because I'm moving. Okay, so someone wants to buy the trailer. I'm like, Pog. I'm like, we'll get that money out of it, right?
Wait. That's your closet? I've seen your closet. It all fit in there?
Half of the clothes I donated. It does not fit me.
Okay.
So they want to buy the trailer, and they're like, okay, hey, I'm making an inquiry for my dad. Can you email him here and, see if he wants it? Email him. They need some more pictures. I'm like, okay, bet. I sent him the pictures. He's down. I'm like, all right, hold up now. We got a buyer on our hands. He's going to send me a check. And then when I cash the check and it clears, they'll come to pick it up. Because of Corona, they're going to send movers to come get it. Or maybe they don't have a truck. I don't freaking know. Whatever the case is. So I'm like, PogChamp, dude. So I'm waiting on the check. I get the check. It's for a lot more money than they said they were going to buy it for because they wanted me to pay the moving people with the excess money, right? So I'm like, all right, sure. The check looked a little bit sus. The signature was actually garbage. And I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? Just in case, I'm scared about this. I'm going to literally go into the bank and have the person like actually cash it. Because I think they must have expected people to do it in the ATM. Well, kind of a 5-head move. Actually, no, it wasn't a 5-head move. I just figured that all cashier's checks had to be cashed in person. So that's why I did it, actually. So, which I didn't know. True. So I go in there and I kind of decide, okay, because this is sus, I'm going to like tell the guy the story of what's going on. So I tell him and he's like reviewing the check and he's like, bro, I'm not going to lie. It's looking a little bit sus, looking a little bit fraudulent. Not sure. I'm going to show it to the manager. He shows it to the manager. He's like, yeah, bro, this is a straight fraud, my guy. He's like, this is scummy what these people are doing. I'm like, yo, thank you. I dodged a bullet. I hit him with that. What's up, bro? A little brother handshake, And I left with the check. And I decided that I was in big trouble. I figured that if they found out that I knew that it was like fraud or something like that, I didn't know how to get out of it. I thought I was going to get sniped through my window. So I do some detective work, dude. I track the tracking number to make sure that like they didn't actually like hand deliver it, like say that it was like something local, but they just like said it was for like they were like delivering it from far away. It was actually legit, but it was sent from like some like Jamaica, New York company, and then it got to my county, then to my city, then to me. So I'm like, all right, they're literally on the East Coast. They're trying to scamez, and I just told them, hey, check didn't cash. I don't know what happened. Where would you like me to send the check back to? I'm like, bro, we've been to backtrack this. They haven't responded. They will not respond. It's over. Would anyone like to buy a trailer for $3K? I'd appreciate it. It's great. 8x5x5, white sheet metal, floor hinge storage. It like lifts up. Joe's, if you can stream in there, bud. But yeah, they were like really trying to like scamez and maybe just thought that I would cash it and then tell them come over and pick it up, even though that it wouldn't clear. But they insisted on it clearing before I would have them come out to move it. So what, like, your plan is bad, first of all. I checked the address that they sent it from. It doesn't exist. They sent it from the address of a fake moving company. Why would the moving company pay me $4K just to give them $1K back to move it and not the actual client that's buying it? The plan was bad. It was just a bad plan, and you're gonna have to try harder. I'm pissed, dude. They really tried to play your boy from Jamaica, dude. And little do they know, I'm a brother. I had a profile pic on the app, so they should know, like, don't mess with the Wakandans. Like, we are our own, you know what I'm saying? Go for someone else. I'm a 5-head.
What I don't get is what's the plan? What was the end goal here?
The
if
plan
it did work?
was for someone to be stupid. They had people that were are local here in Cali that would have yoinked it, and I would have paid them extra $1K on the spot to move it. So I'd be paying them to scam me, and they are expecting that I would cash the check through an ATM, not see it if it cleared, and still pay them on the spot before the check cleared. So they're just assuming that the person's hecka dumb. Little do they know my IQ tested at 185 on a website. So, yeah. How's your guys' week, man?
Dude.
Anyone get scammed? Like, come on now.
Less
Yes,
exciting than that.
last night
Okay,
got
whatever.
scammed. Not actually scammed, but so I've been gambling, okay?
All right.
And
red flag.
okay, so I'm not gonna out myself, but I'm currently gambling on a website that is not available in the States. I had to go through a VPN just to even get there, and then from there I actually have to bet my money with Bitcoin. So that's the point. It's a very long process, okay? But here's the deal, right? I like roulette a lot. Okay, I like roulette a lot. The original site that I was gambling on stream with is a site called America's Card Room, and that's like the #1 American gambling website. And I didn't really like it that much after I found out like withdrawals take literally weeks. Unless you use Bitcoin, which even that takes like days. Like it'll take like a day or two, which is like that's a total ripoff because like you can deposit or withdraw like $100, but it's like, oh, in the past 2 days, Bitcoin's down like 5%. So I would only get like 95. You know what I mean? Like that's 100% like they're like way out of it. It's like, okay, like you give it a few days and then like we'll see where it is, whatever, right? So, but like it's easy to get. It's free. You just make an account. It's free. Obviously, they have to like background check you, check your like you have to like get your credit card info and like all that stuff, right? But like I said, that site I don't really like it. So a site that a lot of streamers use is it's called Roobet, and it's like I said, it's not available in the States. You guys have probably seen it before, and so the site the game on this site that's like really popular is the game Crash, the one where it's like like you like do it like the little rocket like goes up and like you cash out before the rocket crashes and then you get your money. So I don't like Crash because that's a total scam. Like there's no way to prove if that's rigged or not. No way. So I play roulette, and I play roulette with like it's like a live person. It's like a live dealer, and all those things. So it's like, and there's only like one roulette table, so it's like everybody's playing the same table. It's pretty cool. So also, if I get sidetracked, I'm watching the Laker game. But so so like I'm playing roulette, okay, and I kind of realized this after the last site that I was using. Pretty much, if you don't go into gambling with a lot of money already, really hard, super dangerous. So, because like you need that extra money in case you lose a little bit as like insurance money to try to bounce back. Okay. So like, because like I have a friend, for instance, he goes in with like $30 into like blackjack hands. And like it's scary because like if you lose a blackjack, like a $5 blackjack hand, that's 1/6 of your money gone. Like you gotta win it back. But if you go in like I did in the first night, I went in with $300 into roulette. So I got $300, right? This is the first night of gambling. I turned 300 into 500. Okay. So I'm like, hell yeah. I was like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not coming back for a week though, because like I was gonna save it for a stream or something. I'm back the next day. So I'm back the next day. I turned 250 into 650. Okay. So now I'm up like $600. Okay. Last night I go back in with 250 that I got from the earnings. It's on my Snapchat. Okay. Like I had texted my friends. I turned 250 into 1350 in one night. Okay. So here's my method. Okay. Roulette at its core, if you're gambling just colors, it's just a coin flip, right? It's just a 50-50 split. I guess like, yeah, there is green in there. So technically it's not perfectly 50-50, but it's 50-50. Okay. So what you do is you start with low bets, okay, until you build like enough money to like do like bigger ones. So like here's how I picture in my head. Okay. This is like the gambling part of me like talking right now. Okay. $5 bet, you lose. What you do is you double. Okay. So your next bet is 10. And you do that because if you win that $10 bet, it wipes away the loss that you just had and you actually still make your original profit. Okay. If you lose again, double. And you keep doubling until you win. Okay. Now, now here's the thing. I went from 1350. Okay. I lost $900. Okay. Because I had 9 reds in a row. The odds of that happening are 1 out of 256. Okay.
It's 50-50. It's not 1 out of anything. It's
well, no,
it's
no,
1 out of 2.
It's independent every single time.
The probability of doing that of flipping a coin heads or tails 9 times in a row on the same side is 1 out of 256. Okay.
No, it's not. It's 50-50.
1 out of 256.
It's absolutely 50-50. It's absolutely 50-50.
No,
They're
because
independent.
50-50 every time.
Yeah,
right?
50-50 every time.
Every
and
time.
The previous one doesn't influence the following.
I know it doesn't, but for the chances of you doing that 9 times in a row, it's 1 out of 256 to do that 9 times in a row. Like that's like one time.
Yeah. No,
right?
I get what you're saying.
So
That's
yeah, extremely unlucky, right? So now I was like $300. So I was like still up, right? But I'm like, I have to get this back. Like I just got $1,000 in a span of like an hour, right? Dude, about 3 to 5 minutes later, Okay. It goes black 8 times in a row. So I'm out. Like I lost my money. I lost my money. I was up over $1,000. And the worst part is, okay, so like when you're gambling, you get to set parameters for yourself, right? Like if I get here, I'm out, right? If I'm down this much, I'm out. Okay. My number in my head that I got to, okay, my original number was turn 215 to 500. Okay. I got there within like 10 minutes. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Like, might as well. Then the number in my head was, okay, turn this into 1,000. So I got to the 1,000 mark. Then I was like, why don't I actually turn it into like an actual profit of $1,000, right? So I got there, which was like that was 1,250.
Right? Oh, 1,250.
Yeah, but like when I did that bet that I did hit to get to 1,250, it was actually like 1,330. So like I was like way past it. So my number in my head was, okay, $1,400 I'm out. I was about a hand or two away. I was about 2 bets away from getting there. And I lost it within a span of about 2 minutes. Gone. So I'm debating on tonight whether or not I go back in and try to fix it. I'm trying to see, because if I do,
sorry, where
and I don't,
you currently at? Sorry, from start to current time, are you up or down right now?
I'm up. I'm still up.
By how much?
Like 220 or something.
220.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Go get a nice dinner.
That's still a decent profit.
All right.
Go get a nice dinner.
Go get a nice dinner.
How about I go turn this 220 to a brand new PC, Rez? Huh? How about that?
You could have done that already, you dingus.
I could have,
Yeah,
and I didn't pull out. But see, again, that's the craziest part.
His
like
pull-out game is,
dude.
Hold on. You are up 220, which means you have currently $520. Can you go take out that 220 and start fresh from the 300? I cannot have you losing, dude. I can't have you losing right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Can you take out your profit right now and leave the 300 on the account and keep going?
Oh, there's nothing in the account. Every night I pull everything out.
Oh, so okay, so it hasn't taken that long to actually get your cash out. I thought
no,
I thought you said it would take like a week.
No, that's what the other site. This new site is literally it's an instant transfer. It takes like 2 minutes.
Okay, sick. Okay.
So yeah, that's like not a big deal at all.
Oh yeah, see, Limp is right. Use the 220. Let's just use your profits right now. You literally can't lose. As in,
yeah, I know, but that sucks ass if I do lose, because then I just spent like hours for nothing.
Forehead. But
I didn't. How about you tell the wheel to not have 9 red in a row? That's fucking ridiculous.
How about you don't gamble 9 black in a row, you dingus? What are you doing?
Because after the fifth one, you're like, there is no way that it's gonna go red again. Like, there's no way.
But it's the same concept after the 6th one. No.
After the 7th one.
So here's what I'm realizing in my head. Okay, like, so my method is really simple. Okay. There's two ways to do this. Okay, and like to say that that your method doesn't work, it literally worked.
No, I got hit with this. I'm just
I know, but like
to understand.
some people would say, oh, what you're doing doesn't work. It literally worked.
Mm-hmm.
But I ran into a buzzsaw at the wrong time. Like, that's all that happened. And now I learned a lot from that. Where
buzzsaws
what I can do now. Yes. So what I learned from that is that there are actually more parameters that I can put on myself to make sure that doesn't happen again. So like here's how I do it. Okay. First of all, you don't do any stupid bets ever. Like you watch like some streamers and they'll be like winning and they're up like $50, right? And they're like 100 on black, let's do it, and they lose. And it's like, that's a dumb bet. Like, why would you do that? That's a dumb bet. Like now you're down and you're upset. And it's like, well, that's a bad gambler. So what you got to do is like, you just not a single dumb bet, not a single one. Okay. And you also don't need to bet every hand. That's dumb. You don't need to do that. Don't bet every hand. You bet when you feel comfortable doing it. So what I do, for instance, is if it's like a single color, I call it like single color. Like, let's just say it goes black, right? It goes black. I won't bet the next one unless if the next one is black. Okay. So like here's what you got to play with the universe a little bit, right? You got to play with the universe here. You got to go hand in hand here. Okay. So what you do is, so we got 2 blacks in a row, right? So what I do is I'll put a small bet on red. Okay. Because if it is red, I get a little bit of money and I'm not upset. But in my head, I want to be wrong. Okay. And I want it to go triple black because there is no way it's going quad black. Okay. So then what you do after it's been triple black is you bet red until red hits. Okay. And like I said, that usually works. It usually works. I was up 13 or what is it, like $1,100. And like overall, if I had cashed out right then and there, I would have been up like $1,700 in like 3 days. Like the method works 100%. You do not gamble stupidly, and you also don't bet when you're not comfortable doing it. You have to feel some sort of confidence when you're doing it. You have to. If you don't, you're gonna lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, there's like I know the one time when I was on stream that you there was a triple green, and I was like, no way.
Okay.
Like, you
yes.
can't-
Triple green.
You can't always. I mean, because it is still chance at the end of the day, and
Yes, it is.
It isn't that true 50-50, and sometimes like that's killer, man. I mean,
Yes,
I
and so
was
that-
there
that's-
when you
that's the
dropped
thing.
100, I think, and like 100
Yeah.
on like,
Even-
black, and it
even
was
then,
triple green. You know?
Even then, I actually just got my first check from that night when I when I cashed out with 100. I actually just
Yeah.
got it like a few days ago. You know what's funny, Rez? Is actually that reminds me. I got a check from that company. It was a Canadian check. So I was like, "What is this?" So I tried to go to ATM, wasn't working. I tried 3 ATMs, it didn't work in a single ATM. But the third ATM told me it said go take it to your bank.
Yeah,
and so I
'cause they
went,
gotta
and
do
then
the
I
exchange rate and stuff. Yeah.
well, that's the thing is the check was in US dollars. So I was like, why is this not working? And then I take it to the bank and they're like, oh, it's because it's from Canada. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, that's easy. And she like pressed like 2 buttons and she's like, okay, you're good. And I was like, what's the point of that? I was like, what was the point of that? And she goes, oh, because it's a foreign check, even though it's for American dollars, like we have to check it. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. So you don't
okay,
get
well,
scammed
Google
by Jamaicans.
Translate.
You know. Come on now.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah,
knows
so-
this, dude.
I am debating on going back in or not tonight. I'm not sure if I will. It depends on how the Lakers do. So, because the university's got to be
Really?
my university. Yes.
Imagine still being a Lakers fan after
Wow.
they traded Lonzo Ball, dude. It is what it is, though. Kuzma's
Oh,
playing well.
well.
If Kuzma plays well, they win championships. So we'll see what happens.
Okay with it. We have this guy.
Wish, by the way.
We have. Hey, this is a real jersey, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You know that. I don't buy fake jerseys. We went over this.
It,
We
don't
literally went
know.
over this. I thought.
I forgot.
Was that not you?
I don't think it was me.
Really?
Probably Limp, because he was talking about like, there's a site that he like thinks is best for
Yeah,
jerseys.
no, you were
Dottie's
definitely
brushing
here.
his teeth though. How was
What's
your
good,
week,
dude?
Dodds? How was your week, dude? How you doing?
Check that
Pretty
out.
good, thank you. But weird. I'm in my
Yeah, that's
Gosh
what I
darn
thought.
room.
That's what I thought. Gonna give him a talk mid brush, dude. Where's the water at? Where's the sink at, dude?
Where's the water? Where's the sink?
He's gonna pull out a water bottle.
I'll need it. I'll need it.
No,
Okay,
don't
yeah.
tell me you.
No, you don't.
I'm not gonna swallow it.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
making
swallow
sure.
it. That's
I was
gross.
gonna say,
It
Pause.
guys,
is
Pause.
gross.
Clip that chat.
Yeah, clip that.
I need that sound
guys.
clip. I need that sound clip.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Bait
buddy.
it.
Need
That's-
Dottie, can you
Oh,
tell
boy.
us how was your oh sorry.
But I broke my dude.
So, yeah, you're
Talk to
good.
Joe's. He's right here.
so
Talk to Joe's.
So Joe's, did you change around your setup in your room? I don't remember that monitor being there when I checked out the setup. Is there? Did you put a
Yeah, I
table
had
back
to get
there?
I had to get a new monitor because I broke the last one accidentally.
But how? I thought
um,
it was just the bed there in the corner. I didn't see the table or anything. What's that monitor on behind you?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Is there a
That
table?
was always there. That table, yeah. There was always a table there. Are you okay?
I
There's-
don't remember.
You
I
were
don't remember.
you were
Okay.
here in this.
I was here.
You were here
I
in this.
thought it was just set up
There
and
is-
then bed. I didn't remember the table
Okay.
being there
Yeah,
for some reason.
The
Okay.
the bed is farther than there.
Okay.
Mhm.
How's it been with the heat?
It's-
Like, do you have some sort of AC? So, okay, wait, yeah, go ahead and tell them what your stream setup is, just so that they know why I'm asking this question.
My setup is literally in an RV, a recreational vehicle
Yeah,
named Lindy.
Are you serious or
He's
you
serious.
Yeah.
trolling?
Her name's Linda.
I've
Lindy, sorry.
I've been there.
Sorry.
It's actually pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. It's a
That
pretty
sounds
cool setup.
crazy.
It is.
It got fully refurbished with new flooring. It was
To say
gutted out
the
completely.
inside looks a lot
I'm
better
one
than the
old reviews.
outside. Like you wouldn't expect it, and then you step in. You're
It's
like,
a
yo.
it's like a sleeper PC or like a sleeper car, you know. The outside is but the inside is what matters, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like
Mhm.
Bumblebee from Transformers.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
So
Wait,
how's
I
that?
missed this out of that. But you were
Dude,
streaming from
Transformers?
inside an
I've been wanting to
RV.
watch that recently.
Good films.
Good
You-
film.
I don't know.
You're-
You just take it
you're
for
in
what
the
it is.
arm.
Like,
You're
pretty
at
good.
serve. You're in. There we go.
I
It
fixed
was
it.
in the arm there. Yeah,
Wait,
he's
so this is
he's
an
in
RV
Blaze
you're
are fucking
seeing.
down bad.
that he's currently in. Yes, he is inside of an RV right now. That's
Yeah.
the setup.
If I shake, it moves the entire setup. Look.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
So how do you
It's
like?
on
How
suspension.
do you cool it down there? So Cali, beyond that heat wave, fires all the time. Air quality, complete trash. Hi. The quality it's actually terrible. So like, do you have like a? Because you couldn't do like a window unit thing in there because there isn't like a. Like
Oh no,
that
the
kind of a
RV has
window
its
type
own
deal.
AC. It has an AC unit on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I had to sleep inside for a bit because
Yeah.
the ash was too much. Yeah, it
the
was too
smoke has
bad.
been rough out here, dude.
I
I
literally
started work
woke
this
up
week.
almost dying.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
you're
I
like-
was I literally woke up coughing. Like it was bad, because I had the fan. Like I didn't know about the ash that was coming in. I had the door open because it was hot, and I didn't want to have the AC on because it was too
Yeah.
loud. So I put the fan in front, and then overnight
Holy.
the ash came in, and then all of a sudden I was like, "What the frick is going on?" I look outside; it is foggy. I thought I was dying, and I'm like, "Okay, bet." And then got my blanket,
He
went
said
inside,
bet.
passed out on the couch.
Dang, son. Dude, I've never seen it this
Pretty
bad
eventful
before.
day.
There were some fires a couple years
Yeah.
back, but I think it was from SoCal up to us. So like we got it a few days later, and like, it was pretty bad. But like, I feel like this is worse. And I just started work this week. I work at a school, so like our kids literally can't have, or sorry, well, it's not a school, right? Sorry, it's daycare, like all day care, and basically, literally, like the kids can't have like any like outside time, and we can't have too many kids in the gym. We got the Roni. We got to keep that separation. Hello again. And basically, if the gym's just not open, then we can't play outside. And my room is the library, so then they're just cooped up inside, and they're just like, this is boring. I hate board games. I hate you for making us play board games. And I'm just like, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, would you rather get secondhand from Mother Nature, smoke, dude, or would you rather be inside, alive and well? Dottie, wait, that's dude. I can't. I thought that was Dottie, dude. I just called her Dottie. When you came through, I was like, yo, Dot. And it wasn't you, dude. I'm sorry.
You
But,
think
dude,
Dottie did like a magic quick
I don't
change
know.
or something?
I
Like,
thought,
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
thought
wanted
you
to
were
be
doing
a
a
stage
bit.
magician when I grew
I
up.
thought
dude.
I
I
thought
just
he
been
was doing a bit.
practicing.
I was like, there's no way this guy had like brought a piece, a hair piece. There's no freaking way. This guy's insane.
I'm dedicated
No.
to the bit, dude.
But the fires, dude, it's actually bad. Now, speaking of fires, Dottie, when
Yo,
with
what's
the
good?
Australian fire, that was last year, correct? Or was that early this year? Or
Yeah.
was that last year?
It was like, end of last year, start of this
And
year.
that's like huge compared to anything we've had over here. So did that stuff travel to New Zealand, and that was like a huge problem? Because I feel like the fires in
the
Australia
smoke,
was like,
the smoke covered the ocean. What's that? That bit of water between us and Australia.
yeah,
It was like New Year's Day. Woke up, and the sky was just orange. Like
Mhm.
completely orange.
bye.
That's a sick bomber jacket that she's got on.
This is fired
Yeah.
back. I don't know if you caught the end of
Oh.
that.
Hey, look.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. It's the exactly, dude. No, I woke up because we were out in this wee like compound. That makes it sound bad. It wasn't a compound, but it's like this wee community out in this coastal town. We spent New Year's there. There was like a cannon. There were bonfires. It was weird.
Okay, why would you have a
But it's like,
bonfire? Are you guys retarded? You guys are actually
What?
retarded. The fires are what's causing this smoke, and you guys are like, "Yo, we're gonna hang out in this
dude.
compound."
We're down south. We're like in the Antarctic, sort of like we're a sub-Antarctic country, dude.
Okay.
We're straight up sub-Antarctic.
All right,
It was middle of summer. I didn't have the bonfire. Crazy rich people had the bonfires, dude. They're weird, man. Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you go outside, you're like, let's get some coffee, and the sky's just orange. You're like, shit, is this God smiting us for our sins? Is he sending the plagues, dude? I genuinely felt like Ramesses, man. I was like, I should have listened to my brother. Should have let the people go, this
yeah, true.
Exodus. You know,
Good
Rick.
old, yeah,
That's
good old Moses reference, dude. Good old Pharaoh, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Got you. Cocaine, dude. Yeah, nice. Feel that.
No, it's like,
what is
you know.
this, dude? What is that? I don't know.
It's like when you tap it on the side of the nose, you know? That's like, hey, you know what I'm talking about.
I do
you
like
know?
there's like the haha think emote. Like
That's a
the
good
Twitch
roasting
emote.
dish.
How we doing, Mr. Serve?
You could put some like
Everyone
big.
salute, bro. Come on now.
Big...
Hit him up. Is he gonna salute us back? Can you hit us back?
How long do we hold it?
I don't know.
I don't know. It feels
Is Serve
kind of.
gonna salute us back?
I don't think
know.
so.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Get him. Let him know, dude. That's what I like to see.
Turkey and
watching the Laker game.
Oh yeah. They're getting some. Yeah, probably smoking up some.
Actions
some
happening
steaks
right
and
now.
stuff.
Actual actions happening right now.
What are the Lakers? Are the Lakers a basketball team?
Basketball team, yes, and that's currently where LeBron
Yes.
James is, which means apparently it's the only team people care about currently. So, and I think so.
LeBron
Basically,
James.
wait, do you got more to tell on the fire story before I just like throw us off?
No. What about Steven Adams though, huh?
Once,
you know where he's from?
yes,
New Zealand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, dude. He's he's a really funny guy too. He's not like super outspoken, but I've been watching Golden Hoops, I think is the channel name, and they just do like a lot of basketball stuff, and they're just like 5 minutes of Steven Adams being the funniest guy in the NBA, and like his press conference stuff is so funny, dude. And he's just a man, dude. Like a fight starts and he's just like, oh, he just like one hand pushes them away, or like guys are trying to like fight through him, and he just gives just the really chill hug, and like there's like they're trying to like claw past him, he's just holding them back. He's just like the peacekeeper of the NBA, dude. And he gets it bad, dude. They're kicking him in the nuts, they're trying to hit him with the elbow, dude. And the most honorable thing he ever did is he was going up for a shot. This dude tries to jump up and block him, and kind of like has this really awkward jump, and then like falls down to where that person was probably gonna land on their neck, right? So Steven Adams cancels his shot. He's like, oh shoot, and then protects the guy and like breaks his fall, so that the guy doesn't literally like fall on his neck and just end his career.
Nice.
He's an actual he's a good dude. He's freaking solid. But the NBA, because of coronavirus, they shut it down. This one dude was like rarded, and he's like, haha, coronavirus, haha, I'm gonna touch all the mics. And then everyone got the coronavirus because of a press conference. And they're like, okay,
he actually had it.
Shut down the NBA. Yeah, because he actually had it. So like they're like, shut it down. And they're like, okay, we're gonna create the SpongeBob Bubble Dome, but for the NBA in real life.
Yep.
And it's called the Bubble. So the NBA players, I don't know how it works, if there's like hotels or like are part of it or whatever, but like they can't leave the area.
It's at Disney World. It's at Walt Disney World.
Oh, actually, okay, yeah. So they just can't leave that huge premises, and if you're there, you can't leave, and if you're outside, you can't come in. And if you want to watch the games, you join the Zoom call. So that's basically how it goes. So you just you'll have just a bunch of no ones. You'll have like Wiz in the front row, just smoking it up in the front row, just watching the basketball game on the video call. And
it's pretty funny.
They all are like, so it's still like a crowd. I was told that they were gonna pump in some crowd noise from NBA 2K. I don't know if they actually did that or how they were doing crowd noise.
They do it for TV. If you listen to like what they hear, it's like really funny. It just sounds like you're like playing at like LA Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit awkward for like the actual players, I feel like, but it has been cool to see the way that amongst all of this, national, crisis, everyone was just like, man, I miss basketball. It was the middle of the season. We're never going to see this guy break a record. We're never going to see who wins this championship. Because there were a lot of people that if the NBA hadn't had any sort of shutdown, like they were not just on par, but like it was guaranteed like by like X game, whatever, they would have broken like this record for like most assists in a season or whatever. So like that kind of sucked. And they like re-scrambled it to make it like fair for like who made playoffs or whatever. And apparently there was a big issue with that. And I don't know, dude.
It wasn't like an issue. It was just like not everybody was there. Like there were 8 teams that didn't get invited to the level.
Yeah. So
because they were already out of it. So
yeah.
no point.
So it's been a while, dude, to see everything that's going on as far as like things that have to shut down, and then the ways that, you know, businesses and sports and entertainment places have to like attempt to reoperate. Gyms are still closed. Movie theaters still closed. Dude, I think that you should be able to have some sort of like waiver thing and like rent out. Like, dude, me and like 5-6 friends just go rent out like theater 1. Like, there's no way that could be like dangerous. We sign whatever waiver. Okay, we go in, we get our popcorn, and we pay $500 between all of us to like rent out theater. That'd be pog. I'm just saying. I think that these businesses could find a way to operate. Is what I'm saying.
Probably.
But there's so much liability that they don't want to get in trouble, and that's what kind of sucks about all this. But I do feel like things are kind of calming down with all this. I think things are getting better, even though you'll turn on the news like all-time high. Okay, no way, dude. Really. Because there's more cases, so it's always at an all-time high, you dunce. But whatever, dude. News is discouraging. That's why I watch Twitch. By the way, guys, this podcast is brought to you by TTV.
Welcome to
Twitch
News.
Live Link Team.
Oh shit, yo guys, the freaking the trailer for Robert Pattinson's Batman just came out.
I don't care. I don't care about Batman, dude.
Why not? What? He's sick.
Sorry. That's it.
That's
dude.
not even close.
You want to see how I got these
everybody...
scars? I smiled too much. Like, dude, I like what is
give me your best Batman impression, like a real one. I have mine.
Dude, because they're all different. They're all literally different.
No, like okay, then give me your
that was it. That was all I had. Was just the yell. The freaking
give me the Christian Bale one.
I haven't watched them, dude. I don't care about Batman.
That's the Dark Knight one. That's the Dark Knight one.
I haven't watched that
one
either.
You just did.
I watched.
You just did the Joker voice. Like, you just did the Joker voice.
Yeah, because everyone knows who he is, dude. But like, you know.
Oh, you never seen the Dark Knight?
Okay, there was, I think maybe we saw part of the Dark Knight when I was a freshman. We had like this like summer thing of like everyone meeting each other and stuff, and it was like it's a pretty trash event. They picked one of the Batman movies. Everyone left about a half an hour into it to go like in the pool, play ping pong, basketball. We're like, this is trash. And then later on, I watched that like Batman vs Superman one. That's like the only one I've watched like full way through, and that was kind of pog. It's like, we have the same mom's name, team up, and I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
So that was kind of pog.
Wait,
but I haven't actually seen the actual Batman movies.
Dark Knight's a great movie.
What, Dottie?
Awesome
It's
movie.
true. That's literally how it goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm laughing because you got to
hate
spot
me.
on.
Same mom, dap up, and then put the work in. Sorry for the spoilers, guys. I'm not going to tell you if they won or not, but they is definitely a thing. So, good teamwork. But yeah, that's literally Batman to me is like so like oh what?
That's Spider-Man.
Are you shoplifting a
Spider-Man.
Snickers? I'm gonna break your kneecaps, dude. Like, bruh, just turn him in, man. Just turn him in. It is a Snickers, man. You're not you when you're hungry, dude. That's what I'm saying. But
get a Hershey's bar.
when does it come out, and how is it gonna be on some like on just like a pay-per-view type deal?
No,
or
it just
how does that work?
the trailer came out. It's supposed to come out next year.
Okay.
But it's like we haven't seen like any footage of it, and then but they have a trailer for it, a teaser trailer for it, and it's a full 2-minute trailer, which is great.
Oh shit.
Who's directing it?
I don't know. It's
Is it
just
Zack Snyder again?
No, it's not Schneider again. But people in the comments are like, "This looks dope. Like, this looks really good." So, because like everyone was like, "Oh, like Robert Pattinson, like he can't be Batman." Blah blah. It's like, okay, well, apparently he looks pretty damn good. Like, people like the suit a lot too, which is important. People say the suit looks really good.
I'm a Marvel fan.
I'm both. I like both, but Marvel is the Marvel universe is way better. Like, it's not even like a competition, but DC has really interesting characters.
True. Ibambe.
Yeah.
Ibambe.
No,
come on now, dude. That's all I have to see. Wait. So is there gonna be another one out? For
it's
a
me,
while?
the Joker.
I mean, I feel like everyone's like, oh, I can't wait till the next one. I can't wait till the next like Avengers. Now it's like, is there anything to go off on? So now, Cap is
old,
and also now he's black.
It's a shared title now.
So how does that work? Is he just Captain America, or is he Fly Guy, or whatever his name is?
He's still the Falcon. He's still the Falcon, and then just like Bucky is still the Winter Soldier.
So
but
do they plan on doing
they
more
both-
movies titled like?
So they
Falcon?
have their own show. They have their own show that they're making.
Oh.
It's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like the TV show.
For like Disney Plus, right?
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
that's gonna
so
be a Disney
they're
Plus
like
show.
a duo. Wait a
Yeah.
Pog, dude. Okay, but what about movies?
like,
Like, is there anywhere else to go from here? I feel like there's. I'm
Yeah,
not looking
so-
forward to anything.
yeah.
What's the next thing?
Black Widow comes out in like in a few months,
Oh, okay.
but that takes place before the events of like Infinity War and stuff like that. Like it's like
Yeah.
because she's obviously dead. Sorry, spoiler. And
Yeah.
you know, so and then based off then they have like Guardians
What?
3, Thor 4, Doctor Strange 2.
Oh,
Black Panther
There's a
2.
lot. Yeah,
Wait.
Black Panther 2. There's a lot they're making. Oh, and then they're doing oh my gosh. It's The Legend of the Ten Rings. Oh man.
yeah, Lord of the Rings.
What's that? It's
Oh, Green Lantern
Uh,
with the rings.
no, that's
They have
DC.
rings. they have rings, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a serious guess. I'm sorry. I know I did a little crossover. Yo, was that movie actually trash? Because I watched
Yes,
it and
Marvel.
I thought it was like all right.
The literal.
And then everyone's like, yeah, that was trash. And then what's his name even talks about it.
Yeah, the actor
Ryan
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Ryan
but like,
Reynolds.
Ryan
when
Reynolds
he's
literally
the
in
movie,
Deadpool 2.
Like literally in Deadpool breaks the
Yeah,
wall
he hates
to
it.
talk
Yeah.
about it, which I thought
Go-
was like the ultimate like
No,
this was bad.
he goes back in time to
And kills
kill himself
yeah.
So
In
he
game.
doesn't
for
have to make that
writing the
movie.
script.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm like,
dude,
wow,
Rez,
like, maybe-
Rez. By the way, they're making a Blade movie.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
like in the MCU. Like it's gonna make a part of the MCU.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. I just think the character's cool from Broforce.
No, I know, but like it's not
I'll
like
catch up on that.
they're like making like it's like an updated like Blade movie like for like this current
Pog.
like
Yeah.
universe.
I'm down. I'm there.
But,
The
like,
first
what-
ones were pretty good, weren't they?
Yeah,
like,
they were
anything
okay, yeah.
around the early 2000s is just like
It's okay.
Sick.
It's good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
The
The
Molly too.
movie I was thinking of were the Eternals and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Bruh.
That's based off of like the bad guy in that one is the Mandarin, who's the bad guy in Iron Man 3, but he was like he's the fake bad guy. But then like, he's actually like a real guy though.
Take the movie convo like a different direction. Do you guys have a movie that you like that is exceptionally trash, but like you're like, yeah, this is Pog? Because I
yeah,
totally
all the
have
Transformers
one.
movies.
Oh yeah. Have
They're
you guys
all
ever
they're
heard-
so bad.
Oh,
they're so
Dottie,
good.
I think I talked to Dottie about this a long time ago. Have any of you guys watched Equilibrium? I think is what it's called.
No.
It's like
No.
one of those like one of those not like I mean I wouldn't say like apocalyptic, but no, it's literally the opposite where it's dude, what is it called when like the world is perfect again? Utopian society type deal with like the pills and crap and like suppressing emotions, and the one guy that chooses not to take it, so then he's got like this higher thinking, which the people at the top or in like the government or whatever, or like the supreme leader is the one that doesn't take those pills or whatever, and neither does his government. So like they all know what's
thought you were
going
talking
on,
about
but
The
all
Giver
the
for a
people
second.
are just like living through. Well, no, it's kind of that same vibe, but
Oh, okay.
when I think about Blade, I think about this movie because there's this like epic scene where there's like a sword 1v1, and it has like the most pog scene ever. Their action scenes are sick. Like there's one where he's like hiding behind this hallway and there's like all the guards there, and he throws out 2 magazines that are like weighted on the bottom. It's like a half sphere, so they like balance on the ground. They're just like sticking up. He like shoots them all. He's doing all this crazy like dodging stuff, and then he like jumps over to those mags that are on the ground to like reload his guns on it, and then keeps going pop 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 pop. He's taking their
Jesus.
guns. Dude, the action scenes in that movie are the worst, like cheesiest action ever. That movie's PogChamp, and I'm not gonna lie, I put it in my top 5 for the memes, but like I would watch it again. I have watched it again. And it's just not realistic where you have 10 people surrounding you and you're just like bop 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 bop. Like, dude, you can't do that. That's not how. No fighting scenes are ever like that, dude. the only way they were able to take down
Says you.
Thanos was to bring in like everyone, dude. Like we need every hero ever to come out and, and help us fight this. He was like, no, I can probably 1v50 all of you idiots. It's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know if you guys have a movie where you're just like, dude, this is where it's at. But like Equilibrium, PogChamp, dude. Actually nuts. That movie's bomb. And we're gonna watch it after the podcast is over. So go ahead, boys.
It's for me. It's probably Transformers. I know is like a bad movie.
Nah, you just
like,
watched it.
Like objectively.
Yeah, like it's just not a good movie. But like I could watch it. I'm like, this is so sick. This is so sick. But it's just not. I just know it's not.
I feel like it's just Megan Fox.
Sometimes you just need dumb action. It's like Fast and the Furious, you know?
Yeah.
Bad
it's
objectively.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
it,
dumb
but if you take it for
explosion.
what it is, like if you go in knowing, okay, like this is not the freaking Shawshank Redemption, okay, like this is Transformers, like just like take it for what it is. It's fine. It's not a bad movie. Like, just take it for what it is. It's not bad. Not that bad.
Movie about transforming cars.
Yeah, and like they're like from space, and they have to get like some cube, and the guy's name is like Sam Witwicky or something.
Damn, Witwicky,
Or
bro.
something.
There's a whole lot of like dick jokes and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is so good. There really is. There's like a lot of dick jokes in those movies.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I only watched that Fast and Furious where they like part ways, you know, that one, because everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be the last one, dude, the last one. So I'm like, okay, I haven't watched any of them, but my friends want to go see it, and they told me it doesn't matter. Every movie is the exact same, so just come watch it. So I'm like, bet. And they just make like 5 more after that. And I'm like,
the first 2 are about
one?
racing. Like
Okay.
the Fast and Furious was about like racing. It was like a racing movie. It was about like street racing, and then like action got involved.
And they took a turn.
And then,
like,
all of a sudden
can
they're
actually
like,
kill bad guys with the cars, and we
yeah,
won't
and like
get
they like
arrested
kill people
because
with
we're
cars.
killing the bad people.
Yeah.
So
And like next thing you know, you have like a dude like driving a tank that's like being towed by like a submarine. I don't know, like just like crazy shit.
But what's crazy to me is
they
that,
just keep up in the air.
Yeah, but it said it was the last one, dude. I would not.
Yeah,
have watched
it literally said like the last ride.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, this is worth it. We'll see it in theater now. It's Hobbs and Shaw coming out soon. I'm like, okay, this is not even the same. This is not even the same thing. Okay, now you're trying too hard, honestly.
Wait, what?
But
Hobbs and Shaw that came after Fast and Furious 8.
I know they're still going, like they're still trying to like whatever we can
making
do.
it.
We're gonna keep
coming out next year.
Yeah, like come on,
The
man.
9th one.
Just
Or the 10th
just
one.
stop. Okay,
F9, dude. F9.
that's what I'm saying.
It is true. Hobbs and Shaw is in a Fast and Furious movie.
And
Yeah.
Han isn't dead anymore. He's back to life.
Yeah, he's
and
back.
John
He's
Cena's in it.
back to
But
life.
wait,
How is he back? Straight
that's
up
the
Han.
thing.
Wait.
He's
Oh,
not dead.
it
He's
is
not
what?
dead. It's like his brother. It's like his like clone. I swear, it's like
I
his
know
like
it's
clone
not
brother.
a Fast and Furious, but I'm saying like that it's like it's still
Oh.
part of the series, correct? It's still part of like that. Like, come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, come on now.
This movie is meant to have a 3-hour, 8-minute runtime. Why, dude? 3
That
hours
was,
and
like-
8 minutes.
Like if you look at the Transformer runtime, I think like the third one is like 2 hours and 36 minutes or something.
It's
Like, and it's like, what?
long.
Why? Like they're like, what's the point? like there's no story building in here. Just show Optimus kicking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. I just want to see Bumblebee do like the radio talking voice thing while like shooting somebody in the face. By the way, you guys ever seen that movie Bumblebee? Like just
No.
like the new one with that one girl with Haley Steinfeld or something is like the actor, like the girl.
Mhm.
She's bad as hell, by the way. But she like that movie Bumblebee, dude. That's the best Transformers movie by far. It's a good movie. Like it's a good movie and like it's cool enough to be like a Transformers movie.
I don't know if I have.
But good movie.
I think it's coming to Netflix in like a couple of days.
Really? Yeah,
No,
I would
so
actually say
thank you.
watch it.
Okay.
I remember I watched that movie on my plane, like on like one of my trips I was on. I watched it then. I was like at the airport or something, and I watched it, and I was like, that was like way worth the watch. It's super good.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Lakers are down 1.
Dude, I was about to throw a curveball and just like switch topics like completely, and then I'm like,
you
what,
are the
rest?
king in that,
Don't
dude.
do
You
it.
love switching topics,
Honestly,
bro.
I
You
freaking
love
love
switching
What'd you have
topics.
this morning?
Cause we gotta keep it going, dude. I was like, speaking
yeah,
of like
probably.
baddies, I'm like, Pokemon's taking a break off Twitch, and then boom, we're gonna go in, and then it's gonna get wild. We're gonna just talk
Yeah,
about
she is,
everything going
bro.
on,
What was her apology video
Beautiful.
about? Like
about everything.
What was
so
it?
so she
Literally
ended up
just, like,
just not
entirety of
apologizing for any of the stuff that actually did make her look bad in the past. So after she took a break, and she kind of says that, like, timing was rough. Like, yeah, it was. He probably should have either apologized right after this stuff happened, or apologized while going into the break afterward.
Yeah.
So she's got, okay, here's the deal. I know Simpy Boy did, but I think she gets way too much hate for, like, all the stuff that happened. Because, I mean, there's, like, girl on Twitch, but then there's just, like,
I don't know
there's
what
top
happened.
girl on Twitch. She just become a scapegoat. And now that Alinity is kind of, like, not the most hated chick on Twitch, then Pokemon's, like, the new direction. But there's, like, way back in the day, we got N-word, not hard R, but still, it's like, come on, Brett, you can't be...
Dude, that video is crazy. That video is crazy.
So that's one. And then she's just gotten to be the number one, chick on Twitch. And the issue is that people were saying as her viewership went up, her entitlement went up, and it was kind of matching how big she was on the platform. So the issue started off with the young copy strike, dude. First it was a meme, and then everyone was actually doing it. So there was somewhere I think she was in the right, like this dude that was just taking her content and then would just have a really sus thumbnail, clickbait title that was just slander, dude, right?
Yeah, I had heard that. Like, anything with like Pokemon at all, like she was copywriting it, right?
I don't know about everything, but this one channel in particular, it was really messed up what the guy was doing. Like, it was actually like slanderous clickbait. Like, it was not the move, and she copy strike the stuff, rightfully so. But to do it on stream while in a Discord call with the guy that made the channel, not handling it in private, and just kind of having this ego in front of your audience, like, yeah, I'm kind of gonna be taking down everything and destroying your entire YouTube career, dude. Like, yeah, it was in very bad taste, especially for it to be like just so public and the way she handled it. Like, there was some definite like entitlement behind that entire scenario. It was just bad. Was she right to take down those videos?
As an entertainer, as a public figure, that's her job to say stuff like that. Because the thing is, we're talking about it now. That's free advertising, man. Well, like, the fact is, Jake Paul, you can apply it to anyone that's sort of at the top. They don't need to be popular. They just need to be relevant.
I don't think
it's not a fact of whether or not people like you. It's a fact of whether or not people are talking about you,
Content.
Yeah, but she already knows that she's at the top. There's no one else even threatening her spot.
I mean, it's not a competition, though.
I know, but the relevancy has been there for a long time and doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So why would you purposely do things like, because I've told you guys a million times that I think that the whole, like that your reputation is more important than all the clicks. Whereas the whole any publicity is good, publicity isn't true. Dude, it's forced her into a break. She's the most hated streamer on Twitch right now because of things that she's done that were in bad taste. And you could maybe say,
maybe that's what she wanted.
I don't think it's what she wanted, because now she's on a break and her reputation is completely trashed. Her dislikes on her own videos and videos about her are like through the roof, bruh. Like,
that doesn't matter. Like, none of that matters,
It kind of does if it overwhelms your community and your viewing community is like all toxicity, and that's not what you want to be. You can't ban these thousands of people that are coming in per day just to ruin your day.
Like, it's gonna be bad for you. But like, if you can just not care and understand that, like, the people that are talking smack about you, the people that are, anytime you do something, they're tweeting out saying like, "Oh, Pokemon's a piece of trash," blah blah blah. Like, that's free publicity. It's like, if you can just live with that and understand that no matter what I do, that's going to exist. No matter, even if I try to appease everyone, because I mean, it's not going to go away. People hate successful people. Sometimes, sometimes fair enough. Sometimes, like, if it's in like a different context, fair enough. I understand that. But it's like, no matter what, if you're successful, people are going to hate you, no matter what you do. Even if you're the nicest...
Hate is going to hate.
Exactly. Even if you're the nicest person, try to do everything in your power. Like, people are going to find an issue with something, So you just got to...
You're too nice.
Get over it.
You're not allowed.
I don't know. I definitely get that, but I don't think anyone ideally wants their community to be, like, ridiculously trash and, like, constantly hateful. I think that anyone, I mean, you can say that their priorities were different when they started to, like, when they're like a big streamer, But I think every streamer would like to have like a community that they actually like, and they don't want all the content out there about them that's made by, I'll say like viewers, but some stuff is made by viewers that like the streamer, and a lot of stuff, at least for her, it's like a lot of hate watchers. So if your image is constantly being changed over time by someone who isn't you, just by a bunch of random hate watchers, then I don't know. I feel like no one actually wants to have like a trash community and like constant hate, because you can say that people like the popularity, and that's true, but I don't think anyone is actually like looking to directly get hate just to like push them up temporarily. If that's what they do all the time, they're like, that's why the polls are different. They've been doing that since day one, and they're doing it constantly, so that they're always in the spotlight, and it's at that cost, but they understand that, which is why they keep doing controversial crap. But I don't think Pokemon was trying to do that. I just think she made a bunch of mistakes, didn't want to apologize for it, and I think even some apologies that she had done earlier were just to like kind of just to say something about it. But I think she kind of explained that she still does stand by the stuff that she did at the time. So even that stuff has made her seem even worse in the minds of some people, because they're like, when you apologized in the past, it was kind of like half. It was kind of, there's a little bit of.
Well, I mean, I don't understand the actual context of this particular situation. You know, I don't know what she did. I don't know what she apologized for. I don't know why she's taking a break. Obviously taking a break because she can't handle the, whatever. Which fair enough. It would get pretty tiring if you didn't
I feel
want
like it's a reset.
But the thing is, as soon as she gets back to it, all the hate's still going to be there. You know,
exactly.
She just needs to learn
that's
to
the
get
problem,
over it.
though.
And the thing is, you've got your like when you're that big though, your community. There's not a massive sense of community. Like you wouldn't know people's names off by heart unless they were, like, part of your core viewership, your core community. Blah blah blah. You're not doing the content for the people that are in the wider sphere, the people that are going to pick apart anything you do regardless of what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're just there to like carry it further, because someone hate tweets about whoever, people who wouldn't, don't necessarily know this person, see it, then they're like, okay, I'm going to watch this person because everyone's hating on them. And they're like, oh, they're not actually that bad. I'll make my own mind up about them, theoretically,
Yeah.
Does Pokey have text-to-speech, or does she read like donations?
A lot of streamers don't.
Probably not.
I actually don't know.
Probably not.
I would assume not. Yeah, I know she used to back in the league days. So you would just see a lot of videos that people put together of just like someone just times where she probably wished that she had it off. So I would assume that like the stuff that she used to get during the old league days was like pretty rough. There's no way that with where her numbers are now compared to where they were before that she would do that, because I don't think she obviously doesn't need the money. I know this dude made a video about like how much she makes and stuff like that, and it's like pretty insane. So I don't think she would need to incentivize money at the cost of just garbage text-to-speech, whereas some people's communities are built on that, like NMP, Ms. Greek, XQC, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's what we did, but oh wait, Joe, you want to talk? You want to talk about that? That was actually really funny.
Sure.
Go ahead.
You talk.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you saw it.
Okay, so my favorite streamer on Twitch is Summit1G. Is the freaking boy. He streams whatever the heck he wants. He doesn't care how much viewership drop off. He's the reviver of dead games. So I joined Cosmic Pal's Discord, like Joe's and a couple of his friends in there, and I'm like, dude, I want to subscribe to Summit1G. I don't have that much money, but like I could sub to him. Or how funny would it be to ask for a gifted sub? Now in chat, typically people will get pissed off at you because they're just like, dude, this guy is asking for a gifted sub. I've been saving up channel points in his stream to highlight my message just to say any gifters. Some people will say, F off, you're poor, get a job, no job, Omega lol, whatever. So I'm like, okay, what's his text-to-speech? It costs $5. So I'm like, what if I paid $5 to get text-to-speech to ask any gifters? And the hypocritical thing is that a sub costs $5.
$5,
right?
$5, yeah.
So I did it, I pretended like I was someone from a different country who came to NA
The
for
homeland.
college, you know? So yeah, and I came from the homeland. I'm here for college. Don't have a job. I'm trying to get straight A's. My family doesn't believe in me. I just want gifted sub, please, guys. And dude, I got so many Keck W's in the chat. I was so happy. Dude, this is what streamers live for. Some of these, like, these mainstream streamers that they just want to be emote enablers, dude. That is me. The amount of Keck W's and lols that I got after that dono fueled me. And I'm like, Joes, pretend that you're my college dorm roommate and say that my story checks out. Please gift him a sub. So Joe's donates
I was
5,
like,
boom. What'd you say?
Well. First, I didn't donate. I had to ask someone else for $5 to then donate.
There we go.
True.
But it was worth it, okay? Because he was also in the call at the same time. Thank you, John. If you're out there.
Oh,
He did it for
Real one.
content. It was for content, okay? He had a good laugh at it. So I was like, yo, my roommate, he's in desperate need. He came from the homeland. He really needs a sub, guys. Please, someone gift this man a subscription.
So
Jeez.
I don't know if we had gotten. I don't think we got a gifted sub then. So I'm like, all right, I gotta beg again. I drop another 5.
Nobody gave it. Nobody did
No
it.
one gave us a sub. I had one more. I was so hyped, dude. And then boom, I got a gifted sub. And I'm like, yo, let's go. Everyone in chat was just like, dude, it's a wholesome. And then they gift Joe's a sub, and I'm like, yo,
I didn't even ask for
we
one.
just
I'm
made,
like, what?
we just made $10 at
Let's
the cost
go.
of 15. So what do I do after that? I donate
Oh,
another
dude.
5, thanking the community for gifting us subs. And
Yo,
the
you should do the
homeland
gambling.
says
with
thank
it.
you.
I
Honestly.
think you'd be pretty good at the
So
game.
we ended up losing $10 to get 2 gifted subs in
With
Summit's
that, with
chat.
that math, dude.
And we're gonna do it again. We're gonna see if it'll be a monthly thing.
Every
it
month,
seems pretty
dude.
fun, dude. We had a good time, dude. And Summit,
This is how we get into Summit's DMs.
Summit
right
was
here.
like,
This is how
he
we
like read the last text speech. He's like, hell yeah, brother, for the homeland. And I was like, yes, let's go. He noticed us, dude. He noticed us. But dude, we got so many Keck W's and lols, dude. That feeling, it's like kind of like I haven't had drugs before, but like I feel like that's it, like getting the fix, dude. Getting my Keck W fix, dude. Getting the emotes rolling in the chat. Was this scripted?
Was this scripted?
What?
Never mind.
What's this
Moving on.
say?
So no,
Continue.
dude, like, but it felt so freaking good to just get the emotes rolling.
That's so
That
funny.
I
that
felt
night
like a
was
big
amazing.
streamer. Yeah, it was a good night. So we'll be
Literally,
doing that
I was
again.
about to go to sleep and then rest join.
So I'm saving up more channel points so that I don't have to spend as much money. I can just do the highlighted message, and then maybe we'll donate a little bit. But
You know
everyone
what's
was
also
like
funny?
3 head donating $5 for a sub that costs $5. Some people didn't.
I like
get
how
the joke.
people engaged into that, like they didn't know what we were doing. Like it's like, dude. And
So
everybody's like
dumb,
troll,
so
troll,
dumb.
troll,
Like-
troll. Oh my god, dude. Bruh, we're out here trying to make it. Okay. This literally all started because I didn't click the stupid loot button on the freaking channel points,
Oh yeah, so
and
he
then
pulled up
rest
his
noticed
screen
it, and then
share.
it was
Yeah,
like-
so he was like on Twitch, and I'm like, yo, you gotta give Summit's on there. So he clicks on Summit. I'm like, yeah, I'm followed Summit. And then he follows Summit, and then he didn't click the chest. He's not getting his channel points. You gotta get your money's worth, man. And yeah, and then that
Mhm.
entire thing just happened, dude. So it just happened.
Nope.
So by the way,
Same thing
if
that
anyone would like
happened
to
in
donate
Illusions.
$5 to this channel by subscribing, dude, I don't know. Couldn't be me. Oh wait, it could be me because I'm a 2-month sub to the group channel. Salutes in chat, guys. I do have $3 in my checking and $3 in my savings, so
Wait a minute.
this is true. I got schimatized again.
When
dude,
a live
by
one-
DoorDash.
I gotta
Emote.
work on the sub badges.
We'll work on it ASAP. We're
Oh,
working on
coming
there's
soon.
some things in the works right now. Are it's a little bit overwhelming, but we're trying.
Wait. Are you doing the sub badges already?
Maybe
Me?
soon.
What? I was gonna do them. I was already in the process.
We have.
I mean, I can do them if it's really that much.
I could just do them.
I'm more than happy to.
I could just.
I'm
I could knock out the sub badges.
I can get someone to do that. I can pay someone to do it.
I was thinking maybe I go on Fiverr, pay someone, knock it out. You know.
Yeah.
Sir, you want to do? You could do the sub emotes for us. The sub badges.
Sub badge. How about it's just everybody in live link, like that's like every sub badge, like every month is like somebody's new, like a new face.
True.
I like that.
How many?
Like mine could just be a big.
That's the whole gang. How many family photo?
How many are there?
23.
1 month, 3.
I don't know.
How many variations of?
There's like.
I actually don't know.
I think you can add one for every single month.
2.
No, there's only
3.
5.
It's every
6.
3.
Or maybe
9,
partners get more or something.
Yeah.
No, 1, 2, 3. They've got a 2-month sub badge.
Yeah. They just added a 2-month badge.
Yeah, we will look at that.
That
That's a good idea. It's a really
That
good
12?
idea.
I feel like there's 6.
There's 12. There might be a 2-year one too.
Dude, they did make a 2-year one, so it's getting hype. I have to actually get on that. But
If the Lakers miss another free throw, I'm putting a hole through my wall.
1, 2, 3,
Who's
4,
shooting?
5, 6. 6.
It's
Base
literally
2 month, 3 months,
no
6 month, 9 month, 1 year.
some rando who's in the National Basketball Association.
Shout
Some
out.
no-name from the NBA on one of the best teams in the league. Fake fan. Come on, dude. Come on. You gotta know the
What?
roster backwards and front. Okay.
No, it's everybody. LeBron and AD are both missing free throws.
Oh,
Danny Green's still ass.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. Deion Waiters isn't playing, and I don't know why.
Where's the boy Kuz, dude?
He's still shit.
Dude, he's
Actually,
been popping off on
But yeah, Bubble Kuzma's really good.
Bubble Kuz. Okay, so
Bubble Kuzma.
Dottie, I don't know. Let me just break this down, dude. And then, I mean, I don't know if Joe's gets it either, but so people have given nicknames to certain people in the NBA to cover certain phases of their career. So
Froby.
for some reason, it all started with, if I'm correct on this, Hoodie Mello, which was Carmelo Anthony practicing in the gym when he wore his hoodie. It was literally like during the off season or something. It was like, dude, Hoodie Mello is going off. So then they add a hoodie skin in NBA 2K for Carmelo.
You can wear a hoodie while you're balling.
Like, but it wasn't even like him in a game. And then we have there's the masked version of everyone. So basically, if you fracture your nose or something like that, or something in your face, you have to like wear this like see-through mask thing that makes it look like you're at like the opera or something. And apparently, whenever players are like in the mask, they just like pop off. So it's like Kyrie, LeBron, Embiid, and I think those are the 3 I remember where everyone's like, "Oh,
Kobe's done it."
Oh, and then Kobe, yeah. So like they'll like it's like insane. And I'm trying to think. So yeah, and then now there's Bubble Kuz, where like Kyle Kuzma is doing very well on the Lakers right now. Him and LeBron are just like hooping. That's why I miss like Fortnite rest. It's like with a streamer, you know. Fortnite rest was like where it was at, and then we had GTA rest where the content was pog, but no one was watching out here, right? But
bro, we gotta get back
rest,
to it, dude.
We do. I would be super down. I just feel like
I'll find a server. Come to a New Zealand server, dude.
Never.
G'day, mate. Welcome to the.
Oh, and
my ping just called. It's too high. Come on now, dude. You want to get New Zealand service?
Usually like those looks are based off like haircuts too are important. Like haircuts for athletes. Like Andrew McCutcheon when he was on the Pirates in baseball. Like McCutcheon with dreads, he won an MVP. McCutcheon without dreads, ass. When he had dreads though, he actually won an MVP. Like he was so good, and then he cut the dreads, and like he just like wasn't the same.
That was me in middle school and high school basketball. If I clipped my fingernails, dude. Longer fingernails, pog. Clipped your fingernails, Dan's game. You can't operate. You can't catch the ball. Like it's not natural. You like had a basketball practice the day before.
It's not natural.
Game day. You just clipped your fingernails. There's not that same grip. There's not that exact same reach. That little millimeter space of like that nail that you just cut off throws off everything, and you're just trashed, dude. Basketball season, never clip your nails, dude. It's not worth. You can wait 2 months. It is what it is. Go out and hoop, okay? Just like, there's no way this guy's actually
the fucking Lakers, man. I'm gonna put my fist through those.
Don't, dude. They still got some games, right? Or is it playoffs?
Yeah, we're in playoffs now.
Oh,
game
GG.
3.
Well, there's always next year, right?
No, that was supposed to be this year.
This is the time where
there's always next
instead
year.
of being slick, Recidation announces that we're out of topics and goes through his phone to look for topics. Oh, dude, I was at
there's topics.
Last week, I was at a stoplight. There's a fire just started.
No way.
A fire just started. In the gutter, there was all this like dry like little leaf crap. It was just on fire. I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna drive away or something. I didn't have any water in my car. There was nothing there. So a Karen springs into action, gets out of her car, throws some Gatorade on that. And then the dude in the car next to me, who I'm pretty sure was his fault, unless someone one light ago that was there threw down like a cigarette, but I'm like, it would have been already on fire by then. But it was like just starting. So I'm like, it was probably his fault. He gets out with like, he's got the water bottle thing with the little like squirt top thing on it. So I'm like, dude, you gotta like unscrew the cap. He's like trying to freaking like spray it out. I'm like, dude, you can't. This take you days. You're not gonna do anything. They ran out of water. Third person comes in and just dumps like thing of water on it. Everyone's like stomping it out, and they all felt like. And when the Karen got back in her car, there was just like the.
Where was the Where was
like,
your camera during this entire thing?
Well, I felt bad because I couldn't join in. I'm like, I'm not gonna ruin these freaking shoes. These Air Force Ones. I don't have water.
Well, like,
if I had water,
black Air Force Ones. You got the black Air Force Ones, right?
No, they're
if
the
you're
tans.
not,
They don't sell them anymore. If anyone wants to buy them for $125, I'm selling. But I had no water.
If you're not gonna assist, then you might want to do the bystander move and take out your phone.
But what if the light turned green?
It.
I was gonna leave. I was gonna flee the scene if I had to.
Bro,
I'm not gonna help
like,
out.
What's the wildest thing that's like ever happening as like when you're driving? I know exactly what it was.
Oh, it's California. This stuff happens every day. Someone threw me into like the shoulder yesterday while I'm door dashing. They're just like, oh, signal. And like, dude, you have to. I can't just like hard brake and like let you in. I'm a super nice guy. I drive a Jeep, which means I'm a super nice guy. And basically we're like peacemakers, you know. We're supposed to just like we let people in. We give peace signs to the other Jeepy boys, dude. It's sick, right? But they're just like, you didn't make room for me in 2 seconds, so I'm gonna swerve into your lane. If you would like to go in the shoulder, great. If you like to crash into me, even better. I don't care. So I get thrown into the shoulder. I'm like, yo, grandma, you can't be doing that. You gotta let me give you some space out here. And I had someone literally like flip a U in the middle of the road, like while I was driving, and like I had to swerve into the opposite lane in oncoming traffic and back into my lane before I got hit by them or the oncoming traffic. Californians are the worst drivers of all time. I'm convinced that like they like take the driver's test, they fail, they pull out that like Men in Black little flash stick thing to like wipe the memory of the driving test person, and they just like check them off and give them the license. It's actually insane. It's ridiculous.
You didn't do that?
Story time, sir. Go ahead, dude. Passing it on. I'm talking too much.
Saw a dude get hit by a car. That was actually insane. So I was like right up like it's like the crosswalk, right? Like I'm like the third lane. And there's this dude like crossing the street, and like he's like in like the middle street. So like that whole street, it's a big street. It's like it's a total of like, yeah, 100%. It was like that's a 7 lane wide street, or like 7 or 8, like it's like a big ass street.
Freeway?
Right? No. It's just like a street, and it's like a really busy street. And so I'm like there, like waiting, right? And like I like see the guy, you know what I mean? And I like see him walking, and he's like total like meth head, like whatever, like crazy dude, right? And I like look, and he's like walking, but like we're talking like he's barely covering ground, like he's like barely walking.
Oh, he's like crip walking. He's trying.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, and I'm like there, and I'm like, and I look, and I'm like, hand turns red, you know, like the stop, like the don't cross sign, and I look, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like. I get like stop blinking. It's like a hard stop, which means like get your ass out of the street. like this is not a warning. And so I was like, and then like I look at the dude next to me, and the guy next to me is like, like like pointing at the guy, whatever, right? And then I see like the light turns like whatever, like the light like on the other side turns yellow, and I'm like, oh, we're about to turn green right now. And then he like keeps walking, and he's like passing my car. Light turns green, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, it's a green light, and I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. And so the guy's like still walking, and like somebody honks, and he's like, sorry. And then like the furthest right hand lane, bro, this dude's like about to get across the street, and then this car is going like 20 and just goes boom, like dude, the dude flies onto onto the hood, like flies onto the hood, like onto the glass, and the dude like slams on his brakes, and the guy like flies off the car, and I'm like, yo, and the dude next to me like gets out of his car, and he's like, and the dude like literally doesn't even like freaking care. And he like gets up, and you can tell he's like, ow! He like gets up, and he kind of like Charlie horse like walks to like this like the safe part of the street, and the guy is like, he's like, are you okay, dude? Like what? Like, and then like somebody, like, the dude that was next to me, I remember the dude that was next to me, didn't even like ask if he was okay. The next to me was like, he was like, what are you doing, man? And like, and I'm just like in my car, I'm just like, yo, like what the hell, bro? And then I remember because like people like want him to stay because they're like, bro, we gotta check on you. The guy definitely had like some sort of like, he might have been like parole or something. I don't even know. Because dude, he's like walking, he's like jogging away. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. And I'm literally like,
I'm good.
I'm just like, I witnessed the whole thing. And I was like, I gotta go to work, so like I'm out.
Yeah.
But, like I literally witnessed the hit and run, but like a reverse hit and run. Like I witnessed the hit and run.
Yeah.
And the dude that hit the guy like didn't know what to do. Because he's like the guy like ran away. He's like, what do I do? And like there was like no, like I didn't like notice any damage or anything, but dude, I literally was like watching the guy cross the street because I'm like, yo, like what is this dude doing? And I was like, you're not supposed to go like crossing like until the person's like fully across the street, right? So I'm like waiting, like being like a good citizen. I'm like waiting, and then all of a sudden I just feel like, and I'm like, boom, and I was like, oh, it was so
got
crazy.
The strength of 10 men, bro. It
was crazy.
Closest
it was like when
thing
you get
to
hit by a car
Iron
like in
Man.
GTA.
The closest thing to
Meth.
Iron Man in the common day is if you just take some crack, dude. Apparently that's it. Just you sprinkle a little bit on there, dude. Iron Man. I'm telling you right, like I don't get it. So I don't know if like later that guy was feeling it or
yeah, dude, he probably like broke like part of his like quad or something. You mean like something like in like his upper leg.
Dude, it's just imagine like
because I remember, bro, like I remember he was like jogging, but he was like it was like a Charlie horse like jogging. Remember, like where he like pulled something kind of, and he was like I remember he was like, no, I'm good, I'm sorry, I'm good, I'm sorry. He was like apologizing, and I was just like, yo, like he got hit, and like by the time that contact was made, when he landed on the ground, it was 20 plus feet, like 20, maybe 20.
Jesus.
He got decked, dude. Like that was insane. Like I'm like laughing because like of how like insane that was.
Yeah, like I'm
nuts.
and keep in mind, guys, I'm not. This is not funny. Okay.
No, it was not funny.
It
was incredibly
scary. This story, it's just like, but it is kind of funny because he's not actually like he's not dead. He might not even be that hurt, or like what like that's what I think is so funny. Is like, dude, you're just vibing.
He ran away. And that was the thing too. Is like I don't know where he was going because like the direction that he was running it's like a suburban neighborhood. Like I don't even know like where he was going. There's like nothing over there.
Going home, yeah.
He might be going home. Might be going home.
I just love just the way, but like when he got honked at, like, hold up now, come on now.
He did it, yeah. Like people were like, dude, like get out of the way, like what are you like the light's green, and I'm like, I heard in my head, I'm like, yo, this guy getting hit by like you guys gotta hurry up. Like cars are moving behind me, like people are moving and shit, and then dude, just I heard like it was like boom, and it was like oh shit, it was like there was no way that he just shook that off, bro. Like no way, no chance.
Walk it off, just walk it off.
Dude, he ate that. That was so insane, bro.
Now Dottie, I don't know if he's dealt with anything crazy, but I saw him on stream watching some videos of just trash can drivers, dude.
New Zealand traffic's it's fine. Like there's bad drivers, but there's nothing that crazy. I've actually got a story from when I was driving. So a job I had a while back was driving a forklift in a supermarket, and there's what is there? There's the storeroom, and then there's sort of like the stock bit with all the fruit and stuff, and you've got about, I don't know, I want to say you've got like half a foot on either side, and you're maneuvering like a big long forklift. Anyone driven a forklift before? You know what it's like. It's rough.
I had to when I was at Target. Well, like I didn't have to, but I did it for fun.
Yeah, it's fun, right? But we're on a
You are the forklift.
On a reach, which isn't like a traditional forklift. It's got like 3 wheels and like can do 180s and shit, in real tight turn, because you're dealing with like really tall things. Anyway, I'm down to this fruit bit, and the dudes in the produce section, like, you know, we're buddy, we're laughing, we're having a good laugh, and they're like, you know, razzing me about taking too long to bring their pallet of lettuce in or whatever. And you've got to do a 3-point turn to get into their chiller, right? Or yeah, you got to do a 3-point turn, and they've got a pallet of like tomatoes. I'm like, if you don't like, you know, stop giving me grief, I'm gonna knock these tomatoes off. They're like, oh, you won't. So I put my foot down, knock the tomatoes over. I'm like, pick those up, you know. They pick them up. It's funny. I'm like, haha, we're having a wee laugh, you know. I drive off. I get another pallet. I'm bringing it back to them, and they're like, you know, giving me grief for knocking their stuff over again. So I say, hey, y'all heard of a callback? You know, comedic feature, film, like a narrative feature when you like reference something that's happened before. I say that, put my foot down again, knock it off again. Like, come on, man. It was very funny.
There was when I was at Target, like so I worked in the back room at Target, so like that's like the guys that do like the storage stuff when they like stock everything.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was at Target one time, like this dude, like my manager, I guess, was a total asshole, and like he was just like a prick. He was like, he like wanted to like he was like the cool manager, and I was like, no, like you're really weird, like don't talk to me. And I remember like none of like the main leads like really liked him that much, and like he was like stressing to me about like being safe on like like the thing that goes up and down, like blah blah, right? I'm like, yeah, like I got
scissor
it,
lift,
bro. Yeah, like stuff like that, right? And then he had like the forklift thing because he was trying to move a pallet, and he was like joking. He was like talking, just like he was like, I remember he like the day before he jumped at me because I was like not paying attention like while I was like on it, and I was like, bro, like it's not that big of a deal. Like I was totally fine. And then the next day I saw it happen. Like he turned, and like the forklift thing wasn't like on the ground, like it was like kneecap level, and he just absolutely, like, it wasn't a person, but he goes straight into like a dude. We're talking boxes of like glass bottles of wine, and the thing just goes, it just spills everywhere. We're talking hundreds of dollars in damage, like just gone. And he was like, oops, like, oh, like you could tell he was like nervous, but he was like, because like the man, like the head like lead was like right there. Her name is Cynthia. She flipped out, and like, dude, like he was almost fired like on the spot, like blah blah, and he like had to clean the whole thing, dude. Like for like 2 weeks, like that like main part of the store, like it wasn't like outside the store. It was like in the back room area.
Oh,
dude, it was the ground was like stained purple, and like they had to like get like a professional like cleaning company to like come out and like clean it out. It was so bad. But like I remember like when he did it, it was like, dude, he just like sliced through this box on accident. It was like just smashed everything and just poured out. And I was like stocking, like I was like stocking like diapers or something like in like that area. And I was like, and like it happened, I was just like
right next to the wine.
No.
I got you.
Yeah, I was like, no way. And then like, and then he didn't know what to do, and he was like trying to like make it like funny. He's like, oh man, like that's why you pay attention or something. He's like something stupid. She was like, and she like came in and she was like, what did you do? And it was so funny. He got chewed out so hard.
Oh, and that's what not to do, guys. It's just
and it was like literally like hundreds of dollars in damage, like hundreds of dollars in damage, bro.
Yeah, it's such a recognizable sound, like the breaking a glass, and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
because it wasn't like one glass; it was like multiple. Even he like cut through it, and it was like, oh no, yeah, it was so bad, so
Joe's
bad.
and I dealt with. Wait, Joe's, do you have a story first or no? Correlated one, no. Joe's and I were doing our first DoorDash stream, and we're like kind of about to get up in these hills, so it's like all residential.
Oh,
And so like
Hollywood
there aren't
Hills,
like any stores or anything nearby, and so we come across a semi, and we're just like, wait, first of all, what the heck is this guy doing in the residential area?
GTA.
He like got stuck, like he couldn't. He was trying to like flip a U or something, and we were just stuck there for like 10 minutes. We're like, dude, you can't turn around. I don't know how you got yourself into this mess, but it's impossible.
You feel like
for
back up?
for you
Yeah,
to turn
yeah,
around.
like
You had to back up. I don't know what happened.
No, but he was like
10
in the
minutes
middle
later,
of
he
two
pulled up.
driveways.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he
He was like
was
two
committed.
sidewalks inwards.
Yeah.
Like
So-
he was committed into that. I'm like,
So, I don't
what?
know.
He was fully vertical.
Is that like an
Driving all over
18-wheeler
the yard and stuff.
when you
Yeah.
say semi?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing in the? I don't know what you could be doing in this area to. Like, there's no stores up. You don't need
Just
to
wasn't there to
deliver here,
DoorDash.
dude. You like, I don't understand how you got yourself, or maybe
He was
that
delivering
lost or
to that
something.
house apparently.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Delivering to that
He
house.
But
was doing
somehow,
DoorDash as well, dude.
after
Gotta
10
make a
minutes,
living.
yeah, DoorDash. This fool, I don't know. He managed though. I don't know if he drove over some like flower beds or something. I don't freaking know, but probably just completely destroyed these people's front yards and figured out how to get turned around. And then, well, actually, we don't know for sure because I was so pissed off that I found a window where there was just enough room on the road and the sidewalk that I was able to just kind of go around him. And I was, dude, good luck, man. I'm not staying to watch this cinema any longer. This is ridiculous. And I just don't know, dude. I'm just trying to figure out how people get themselves into that scenario, you know? Or like people that drive backwards. If it happened, like, okay, one ways I could kind of see that happening if you don't know the area. But like Dottie was watching one on stream where this dude was exiting a freeway entrance.
oh yeah.
Dude,
Remember when I told you to exit on a freeway?
but you have to understand that the entrances happen on I'm trying to flip things around because it's like EU, you know, where they drive on the opposite side.
We're on the left-hand
So
side.
I feel like the only way that would happen is if you were like a North American person that was there and figured that like exits happen from that side or entrances happen on that side. It's flipped maybe, but I don't get how you could get yourself in that kind of a situation.
No.
People are actually retarded. And cars are weapons, dude. That's what they tell you when you're at the DMV. Like, your vehicle is one of the deadliest weapons out there you could get. So this is just like getting a gun license. Like,
You know what else is a weapon? The BART station.
Oh, tell him, bruh. Tell him.
Bart?
Tell
That's
him.
an entire
Train. Trains.
So trains. Let me tell you about
I
it.
got
Okay?
doxxed just now.
This is why I tell Rest to pick me up, okay? Now, it's probably not the best option because, you know, his car starts, you know,
My car
starts throwing it
shakes
back
My car
at
throws it
50.
back.
Like, if you don't know Rest's car, it starts shaking at around 50 to 60. Like, I think that thing goes. Like, it just, like, you can feel that thing. Like, you hang on to it, it's a freaking roller coaster, okay? All right. So, I was like, okay, you know what? This is the day. I'm just going to take the train, and I'm just going to go with it, okay? I take the train. Now, here's an interesting thing about me. Every time I take the goddamn train, something always happens. If it's from this dude just throwing freaking sunflower seeds at the floor, not even eating them, just literally just picking at them and just throwing them at the floor for no apparent reason, from a literal choir that just springs out of nowhere, like literally High School Musical style, and then finally the last one I went to, literally, I was getting in the car. It was just me, and it's like because of coronavirus, everything's like it's purely empty, right? I'm just sitting there, just enjoying the scenery, okay, as I'm going, and then all of a sudden, dude, this dude just stands up, goes up to this white dude, okay, and just says, "Hey." All I hear, "Hey," and he just like looks, and then I like turn around and like silently, I'm like, "What the heck's going on?" I was like. Because he said it really loud. He's like, "Hey." I'm like, "What the frick is going on?" And the dude looks up to him, like, and then like tries to mind his own business, right? And then the dude that was like said hey to him. He's like, "Why aren't you speaking to me?" And he's like, and then the dude's like, "I'm busy." And he's like, "I'm just trying to mind my own business." Like, he was not in the mood, right?
Yeah.
And then the dude that just said hey to him, he just straight up just freaking slaps the crap out of him. Like, I'm like, what the frick just happened? And then the dude stands up and then tries to move away, like tries to go into another cart or something. But then the dude just grabs him. He's like, no, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, what is this guy's deal with this guy? Like, there's literally, he did nothing. He was literally sitting down. I think he was reading a goddamn book. I don't know. I forgot. But the dude literally just, he's relentless. He doesn't let him go. Finally, like as the train was about to stop at the final stop, the dude just like out of nowhere, the white dude just out of nowhere just had enough, straight up soccer punches him in the face. Like he wails at him and then pushes him out of the freaking train. And then the dude just runs. He's like, okay, I just see what my problem. Okay, I'm just gonna see myself out. But then he leaves his stuff there. Like he had stuff and he just left it there. And I'm like, the frick just happened? And then I had to get off on the next stop, and I'm like, the hell just happened? And then the dude got off at the next stop, and then all I hear him say, he's like, freaking disrespectful. I'm like,
that literally could have been you.
Dude, that literally could have been me. And I'm like,
I understand why you don't take the train anymore, dude. That sounds.
It happens,
wow.
bro. You take the
it
train.
happens, dude.
The way that I see it, I used to take the same train system every day for 3 summers in a row, every day, to get to football practice. We couldn't drive yet, so I get to that stop. Someone that's on my team, like they live in the area, they swing by on their way to practice, pick me and my brother up. No big deal. This is how it is. Can't drive. We live far away. So every time, like, something sus is gonna happen. So you just kind of expect it. You learn how to mind your own business, or how to, like, avoid certain sus cars. So like, I don't know, like, Joe's, if you noticed this, the 2 times we went to, or 2 or 3 times we went to SF, when I get in a train, we pass through like 8 train cars. Because I'm assessing every train car. I'm like, yep, sus,
yeah, I know.
sus, 3 sus people.
Here's the thing.
And we find like a really chill car, and I'm like, boom. And then,
dude,
yeah.
Okay, you know how, have you seen the new like train cars?
Oh yeah, they're super nice. They got
like,
the little TV screens in it that show the map and stuff.
Dude, I found out the fancy ones are the 3-door ones. So from now on, I'm waiting for the 3-door ones. Because I was like, wait, okay, the 3-door ones are the fancy. And that's why it took me so long from the last train, because I was just waiting for that one.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there waiting for that one. And once I got in that one, oh, man, AC, beautiful seating, just you can hear the melody of the doors closing. Like, it gives you a fancy tune that it just tells you you are safe now. You can travel without a single fear in the world. And then in my mind, I'm like thinking, dude, that guy had like a backpack, a duffel bag, like probably like drugs in there or something, dude.
Content,
like, he was
though.
probably
Like,
dealing,
if you know how to like just be a bystander, it is kind of content. Like, when the 2 independent breakdancers get in the same car that are trying to like get some money, right? They throw down the cardboard. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It like, I'm like, oh shoot! And then like the second dude comes in, and he's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, yo, they're going. This is a battle, dude. And like, they got 2 speakers playing 2 different songs. So I'm like, okay, there's no rhythm here, guys. You gotta play one song. And they're just like going in, dude. Like that's Pog, dude. And then because I would buy my ticket typically with cash, like I got a quarter, man. So now I'm invested. I'm like, okay, oh, who's getting the quarter? Who's getting the money on this? So you just, the one who's doing like the freaking head. Yeah. Gotcha. So the dude's doing the freaking like head spin. And the other guy's just like watching. He's like, okay. He's like, okay, Anna, as weak. And then he hits like K-stand into like, I don't even know, dude. There's just some like, it's wild, man. And that kind of stuff is content. Or you'll have, the guy just goes up and slaps the crap out of somebody. Like, it still baffles me. Why? Just, what is the reason, dude? Yeah, the man was just sitting there on his fucking Kindle, probably. Yeah. Like,
wait, so who kicked who out of the train and who
the white guy kicked the dude that screamed at him.
The guy who was minding his own business.
Like, I'm pretty sure he was smart and he was waiting for the stop. Like, he was just holding it back till he waited for the stop, because he literally wailed at him. Like, he went in hard. Like, you can see his body just repel after the punch. Like, dude, this guy was like a freaking like MMA fighter. Like, I swear to God, this guy like what the like he knew what he was doing, and then just shoved the guy out of the train. And then it looked like the guy was gonna go in for another one, and he's like, but then I don't know what he saw in that man's face. Like he saw like persistence. I'm like, you're not getting back in this train, dude. You're not freaking doing it. And the dude's like, all right, I'll just get my bags at the lost and found, and I'll make my end. The dude just walk,
And
just,
I don't know what area you
strolled
were
away.
in. I mean, it could have been just some Reddit.
I was
mean, I wouldn't
in-
don't let's not dox, but you know,
No, I was
basically,
2 stops beforehand,
really,
possibly.
what the heck?
Yeah.
Usually, in like the not as good areas, there's kind of this etiquette.
No. It was right when
The transfer.
took the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right when that.
So in those areas, you kind of like there's kind of this etiquette if you're someone that like rides a train all the time that you have to understand ways for those situations not to start. But in that guy's case, like he was literally reading, so like there was nothing he could have done. There's a way, like if you like look at people, there's like 3 things. You're sitting down, so eye level is gonna be lower than usual. So if you're just like looking straight, like no one else is like standing, so you might just make eye contact with like someone random. You got 3 options when you're just sitting down. You look at the ground, you can look out the window, or if you're looking at people and it's like someone sus, you have to maintain the eye contact longer than they do, or else you're beta. So if you just like look at someone, like I look away, they're like, oh shoot, like they just assume like you were staring at them first for a while, then like looked away. They're like, oh, you got a problem, dude. So either you're gonna be like not looking at anyone, or you better be the one who's in power here. So like you catch someone like staring at you,
I
you just gotta hold
glasses.
it. You just gotta hold it. They look away, boom. Okay, I win that one.
I just wear glasses.
It's weird.
No,
I don't know
like
why
the
it's
glasses.
like that. People just
I
think
don't hold the
disrespectful.
look. I don't
Like-
hold the look. I give them one of these where like if we like make
What's
eye,
up?
I just go.
It's like, hey, they're sexy. How you doing?
Or like you mean like they look and I just give them. It's
It
like,
just
oh, I
depends
see
for
you.
me if it's like
Thing.
if it's someone your age or if it's like someone hecka old. Like if it's someone that's like just like my age, like someone that's in their 20s, or it's like I don't know, some like high school kid or something. You just gotta be like, I don't have time for this. Like whatever. Like I don't know. You just gotta show them that you mean some sort of business. It's stupid.
Walking around town though, like I get what you're saying, so like you just give them the up to nod or whatever, right?
Mhm.
I look at people a lot when I'm walking. I think I'm a pretty friendly, pretty approachable person, so I like smile at people as whatever. There's been
Dottie
2
the submarine.
exactly, but like, if I make eye contact with someone, I'm gonna say how you doing. We live in a pretty
you
friendly
doing?
town. It's a university town. There's some goons
That's
around.
why the page is chosen.
True.
But like, you don't do anything more than a nod or a smile, right? There's been 2 separate occasions where I've looked at someone, smiled at them. They have not hesitated. They've given me the cleanest wink I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, what made you decide to do with such a bold greeting?
The wink is that's a dangerous thing.
It could go
Because-
so wrong. Like if I take exception to that, they're just like straight
to
away.
to me, if I'm winking at somebody, that's me saying you can get it whenever you want. Like I'm letting you know right now through this motion. If
yeah,
you want
yeah.
it, you can get it.
Like, that is the interpretation of a wink, right?
That's what
Like
I
I
feel
said
like it's supposed to be. Yeah.
But 2 separate occasions, I've just been walking around town. I make eye contact with this dude. They're like, "Hey, sweet, fair enough, dude. Power to you." I wouldn't have the confidence to just wink to a random stranger on the street. That's bold. That's
Very
fucking.
bold.
That's
Yeah,
what's
I
nice
don't know.
about the train is you can hit him with one of those, or like anyone with something like that, as long as you're at, if that's your stop, you can do anything. You leave. Easy clap. Like you hit.
But what if they get
know,
off the same stop?
Here's the deal, Bray. People are going to stand up before, like right before, as the train's like slowing down. So you kind of have an idea of who's about to leave.
What are you
There's
cheating
some unexpected people that are like not paying attention. They're like, oh shoot, and they have to, like get up at the last minute. But like if you want to hit shoddy with the light skinned hands or something like that, like on the exit, right? Like you can, because you gotta go. You're leaving, dude. And it's the ultimate mystery. They'll never see you again. You will never see them again. And you go about your day. And that's just the play, dude.
That's that.
Have I ever done it before? No comment, right? You know, no comment.
Boring. The hell?
But
Come on now.
sir, off stream.
What?
Talk about off stream.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Remember when I tried to prank you on the BART station?
okay, yeah,
But,
Joe,
but because
okay.
I got I got you guys on the wrong one, but instead I got you on the right one,
Joe's thought
and then
he
you guys had
pranked
to come back.
Joe's thought that he pranked
I-
me and Slayer Ones actually. Shout out to the boys Slayer Ones, dude. We hit him up and we actually took it. We took him with us to SF. It was a PogChamp trip, super fun. Can't wait to do it again post Rona. So we were like at the station. We're trying to go back home, and then Joe's like, "Oh yeah, this is the right train." I'm like, "Oh shoot, you're right." So get in the train, and then Joe's like, "Oh, actually, like, it's a joke or something," and like, this is actually the wrong train. And we're like, nah, this is the right train. He's like, nah, this is the right train. Fool goes across the way to the trains that are going back into town. He goes, and he gets on, and the door closes, and we're like, dude, and like, oh, dude. And then he goes the opposite way. So then we gotta wait at the station for Joe's to go to that stop, switch to the other line, come back our way, and then wait another 20 minutes for the next correct train. It's just like, dude, there's no way. There's no way. It's like you memed yourself. I couldn't tell if it was a joke or if he was actually serious. I don't know. Because I'm like, how are you saying that I don't know which train? This is my life. I used to live on these freaking trains, dude. And you're gonna tell me that this is now the wrong one. This is the right one. I'm like, I'm not getting in. Not doing it. If it was a joke, he definitely didn't expect the doors to close that fast. But it was too late. It was too late.
Kidding. Those doors, like
Doors
they
are
shut,
closing.
dude. When they,
Please stand clear of the doors.
Yep.
It's just like it's game.
when they say the doors are closing, it's game. It's done. You don't have no time to escape, man.
Whatever decision you made, that's final. That's final.
It's like the part where it's like, and that's what he knew.
Yeah.
He effed up. That's all that plays during that moment. It's like you could try to run away and then your foot gets stuck and then that's GG.
Do you guys have like a super big city? Like we have SF would be like the Bay's like huge spot, and then serve. I guess that would just be Los Angeles, right?
LA.
Just the city of LA is just like the same. Dottie, what's
even,
like?
Even where I live is like just big in general. But
what do you got, Dottie? Like, what's like well, I know New Zealand. Well, it's not like huge, right? Is New Zealand's not?
We've got like 4 cities that are big, you know? And by big, I mean, so my city has like 100,000 people in it, 100 and something thousand population. And that's like, we're one of the top 4 cities. We've got Auckland, but that's up the other side of the country. Yeah, we've got 128,000 people in my city. We got Christchurch, which has like 3,000 people. Auckland has like 1 million people, million and something, and Wellington has like, I don't know. That's like the top four cities. You know,
do you
it's
ever
like
hey, like we're going out to the city, and you just assume like you're gonna see something, or something's gonna go down because you're just going there. Like there's heck of people. Like something's gonna happen. There's too many people for something not to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess so. We've got like a town. We've got like a central area which has all the bars and stuff, and we've got like the north end of the city, which is the university area. And I mean, it's a lot more tame than it used to be. But there used to be like genuine riots, and they used to have like the riot squad coming out and rocking everyone up. You know?
Shoot. Okay.
Like because we had some like rallies and some like street parties and stuff that just got out of control. Every now and again, you will see like a couch being burnt, and that's pretty exciting, you know. It's students being students, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, cones being
burning a couch.
Yeah, it's like it's actually like a
kappa.
It's like a what's the word? Not fireable, but like if you get caught or whatever, blah blah blah, you get kicked out of university.
I like
Yeah.
this.
That's
Okay.
funny. I don't know what else happens. I don't know. The university is probably the most interesting area. The fucking proctor. The proctor got caught breaking into people's flats to steal their bongs to get rid of them.
Bruh. You gotta get a team for that, dude. You gotta get a whole squad for that. You can't just.
No,
go
he was
solo.
going in solo, dude.
Jeez.
Kicks in the back
Rainbow Six
door.
Siege,
Call them
dude.
the bong bandits.
Holy- What?
Bong bandits.
The Bong bandit, dude. So funny.
No,
Oh my
dude,
God.
no.
Well, what did he do with the
No.
bongs after he got them?
I don't know, chuck them in the trash
Biggest
or
rip,
something.
dude.
I don't know.
Biggest rip. That's what I'm saying. You just have to
Melt
connect
the
them all.
glass.
You know, like a HDMI like splitter, where you can go like to two, but like it's like the opposite. Like every bong goes into one tube. Holy!
A
He was an
Mega bong.
engineering student and he just wanted
Mega
to play
bong.
with it.
True,
Yeah.
dude. Biggest
Oh,
rip,
God.
dude. But like we have San Francisco, so when Joe's and I would do like the IRL streams, like something's gonna like go down, or just like something interesting. Like there's this
$2,000
kid.
carbon fiber bike.
Yeah, true. Like this, we got flexed on this Chinese man. We're on like a bridge that's like apparently at the other end of the bridge is like some Chinese cultural center thing. So you got like the squad that's probably there to like play. What's that sport with? Not sport. Sorry. What's that board game with the tiles? It starts with the M. I can't pronounce it. So I can't say it.
Mahjong?
That dude.
Mahjong.
It's probably like the Mahjong squad. Go there to get a couple games in. And he's just like there. He's like walking his bike up. And right as he passes us, like he's still got a good 30 yards on these guys. Like, hey guys, check out my $1,000 carbon fiber bike, and we're just like,
he was
dude,
like,
we don't need to know.
check out my $1,000 carbon fiber bike. I'm like,
What,
bruh,
dude?
this man's really trying to flex out here. What the frick?
Like,
Your guys'
you're
reaction
asking
to
be
that in the
robbed.
clip was
Dude,
Asking
we
to be
just
robbed.
no.
Like,
Me and Slayer both turn and then Rush just dead eye to the camera. And we're just
like, so I was like, did you guys hear
I
that?
want to
Like,
watch that.
there's no way. Like, no one. Like,
That's
I hope they
so
heard that because
funny.
we just got flexed on. Like, what are we supposed to do? We're just there eating our Chinese American pastries, hot dog bun, glizzy. Okay, the Chinese know what's good.
bun,
Right?
dude.
Got ham and egg bun, sponge cake, barbecue pork bun. They got the variety, man. But
Mhm.
like we saw that later on in the same day, we see a kid riding a scooter. But there's like a little kid that's like on like he's like sitting down on the scooter in front, just holding on to like the pole as his friend's just driving the scooter. He's just like kind of like hitchhiking. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Like
That
just
sounds weird, yeah.
duo queuing a scooter. I don't know. It was weird. It was just funny though, and I don't even know, dude. And then
There's an innuendo
we
somewhere in
walked
there.
on this, okay, we walked down the same
Tag
street.
team scooter.
We walked down this exact same street, next to where that like bridge was, and there's this Chinese man just sleeping on this bench. I don't know if he's homeless or not. He didn't have that appearance exactly of being homeless, but we come back the next week, same day, he's still there, sleeping. Come back the next week, same day, he's still there sleeping, dude.
Dude,
Every day,
the
about
wife.
1
The wife.
p.m. on a Thursday or Tuesday, one of the two. That fool, like that's nap time at the local park. He's got to put some
No,
hours in.
Can't
Man.
come home because the wife's gonna scream at him
Exactly.
about something. So he's got that window of opportunity to just sleep before he goes home
Yeah,
from work.
at the park.
That's the whole
I don't know.
plan.
It's
Yep.
good, but 3 weeks in a row, I guess it was part of his routine. That's what I like to
Mhm.
see.
power to it, dude.
I like the
There's
magic show
the-
that one time.
The Bushman, that was hype. So in San
Bushman.
Francisco, by the wharf, right next to the bay. There's
Oh,
a
the
dude-
Bush guy.
Yeah, there's a dude sitting on a bucket.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Bush guy.
Yeah, it's Pog, dude.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
he
He has since passed.
Yeah.
R.I.P. It is actually sad, but
Really?
yeah, it's been
Oh,
a couple years for
wow.
sure. But basically,
You
he
gotta
had
replace his
a couple
bubble,
like
man.
fresh pieces of branches with a bunch of greenery on it, and he's
Yep,
sitting
mhm.
on his bucket behind him, And as people like tourists are walking by, just minding their own business, they have no idea what's going on. He like pops out and just like, it just like scares them, and they freak out. They'll run into the road or whatever. It's so funny, dude. But he was nice. Like if it was like a family got like some 2-year-olds, he's not gonna freaking pop out and they're gonna throw the baby or something, or like the kid's gonna cry. Like he was actually chill, and he made a heck of money. Like it's a good laugh. And what's weird is that people don't notice the crowd of 50 people that have been standing there for an hour just watching people get scared. It's hilarious. They're just like so out. They don't know what's going on. They're just like on their way, and he just scares them. And sadly, the Bushman has passed away. So there was like a substitute guy that was like trash, dude. He used these the little dinky like little leaf branch things, and he would scare the little kids, dude. They would start crying, and like it was not cool, man. So no one likes that guy. They booted him out. Now he's been replaced with the Bubble Clown. It's this guy that's in like dressed like a clown. He's not like, he doesn't look scary though, just a little disturbing, and he just like has these bubble machines going off, these guns to like shoot bubbles, and he's just chilling there, just being a jolly guy. He's like the Santa Claus of summer, dude. I don't know, yeah, just bringing bubbles and happiness to the world. So it's gone a little downhill, but dude, like I don't know, like that like you're gonna see something's gonna go down out of the ordinary. It's beautiful. Serve, LA's got to be SF times 100. There's just so many more people.
You don't go to LA. Like that's the thing that people don't understand is like you don't go to LA because LA sucks. Yeah, you go to like you go to places. Yeah, you go to like Santa Monica or like down where I am. Like you go by like Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, like stuff like that. Huntington Beach, we don't talk about that. And like stuff like that, like you go to like those places. Huntington Beach is literally the Florida of California, like just so we're clear. And that's where like the Huntington Beach is where like those people are like, oh, I'm not wearing a mask. Like if you go to Huntington Beach right now, you won't see a mask. It's nuts.
I think I went to Santa Monica once.
Santa Monica's dope.
It was cool.
Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, but like stuff like that, like Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, like those places, like those are like LA County like area, but like you don't go to LA. If you do, you're a weirdo, and it's because like. It's just gross.
There's really nothing to do there too.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. So like you go to places like in Southern California, but you don't actually go to LA.
But I thought that's where like all
you can go shopping and stuff. You can go shopping and
YouTubers
stuff.
And they were like, yo, we gotta make it to LA because that's where it's happening, dude.
They don't live in LA. They don't live in LA.
Where do they live then?
They live like around LA.
See, people are too lazy to actually name the city, so they just go with the whole LA.
Yeah, like LA County is really big, so like they live like. Not in the actual city of Los Angeles.
Okay.
They live like on like the outskirts of Los Angeles, like Beverly Hills and things like that. Like that's like its own place.
Okay.
So like they live in places like that.
Okay.
Traffic's still bad anywhere though.
Yeah, the freeways suck, but
yeah,
freeways are pretty rough.
But you got any big city stories then? We got to close on this probably. We need a good one.
I told that one hobo story, didn't I? That was like whatever. I was like after prom.
Yeah. Okay.
For that one. No, like besides that, like every time you go to a Lakers game, like you're gonna meet like a bunch of like absolute just crackheads that are like hilarious, but like that's about it.
Are they in like at the game?
Yeah, like Staples Center, like that area, right? That's in LA. Like that's like the Staples Center is like in Los Angeles, so like anywhere like in the area can get pretty rough at times. Yeah, it get like super rough.
I feel like Lakers are big.
Nothing crazy.
So do you guys have like here? We'll just close on this. I guess I'll swap from it's still like a crazy story. I was at it was Raiders versus Cowboys for like the playoffs, or like it was the game that would get the Raiders into the playoffs, and there was. I mean, the tailgating was pretty cool, but like the lines to get into the game, like there's like some definite beef and like some fights that are like either started or like about to start. I feel like LA's gotta have some. So. But like Lakers, like for basketball, I feel like they got some longtime fans, like